My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 23rd August 2021. The focus of our reflection: hypocrisy is not a capacity but a weakness. It is not a virtue but a disease. We have a series of rebukes of Jesus against the Pharisees and scribes in the Gospel. Why? For their hypocrisy. We can trace out some of the components of this hypocrisy. As leaders and teachers, they are supposed to be guides for the people. They would show them the way to the kingdom and guide them on the same. Instead, with their empty knowledge and incongruent and dishonest life, they shut the kingdom. They themselves do not enter nor allow others to enter. They even become a hindrance. Then there is their shallow practice of religion. They convert someone to religion, but do not nurture and sustain them in the real converted life. Instead, make him worse than before. They forget the essential truth that evangelization is not a matter of adding to the number of believers, but it is adding to the quality of life. Conversion is not a matter of a change of religion, but a change of person. Further, their hypocrisy is seen in their falsity in twisting the practice of swearing to their advantage. Swearing by the gift on the altar and by gold in the temple would become more binding than the altar, the temple, God, and heaven. In fact, it is the altar, temple, God, and heaven that give value and sacredness to the gift and gold. In contrast to this hypocrisy of the Pharisees and scribes, we have authenticity and integrity of life in the apostles and believers of the early church, depicted in the first reading from Paul's first letter to Thessalonians, chapter 1, verses 2 to 10. They were indeed men known for their work of faith, labor of love, and steadfastness in hope. They proved themselves to be men of word of God and faith. They turned to God to serve Him who alone is living and true. There is no use of volumes of reflection on the hypocrisy of those Pharisees and scribes. It is better to see the very same branches of hypocrisy well spread in the present followers as well, especially the leaders and authorities. Serious questions can be disturbing. Whether we are opening wide the doors of the kingdom or shutting them, whether we are guiding the people to God or misguiding them away from God, whether we diminish the sacredness of the holy altar, the temple, God, and heaven for monetary gains, whether we have reduced the practice of religion to quantity and numbers. And now the direction and the directive for our life. It is better to be simple followers than to be acclaimed guides who are but foolish and blind.